Hi there, food friends. It's Kevin, and welcome to Cavalcade of Food. We've got some special editions coming up as we share with you the summer vacation for 2024, which was spent out west, west for us here in Michigan, at the incredible and beautiful Rambler Ranch in Elizabeth, Colorado. So the Terry Gale, who has created the ranch, and this is his collection, reached out to me some time ago because among the just phenomenal collection of automobiles, it's the largest Nash and AMC automobile collection in the world. Terry also collects appliances, and with a special connection to the automotive industry, but he has just an unbelievable collection, and I was in heaven the whole time I was there. And Ralph and I did a lot of videotaping while we were there, and so we're going to be sharing those episodes with you in the weeks ahead. So you'll get to see the appliances, you'll get to see the cars, and you'll get to see the wonderful mid-century modern displays that not only Terry has put together, but the unbelievably talented Daniel Green, who does all the sort of the art and the mannequins at the Rambler Ranch. It's just, the videos don't do it justice, but we're going to try. And so I'll invite you to come along with us in installments to the Rambler Ranch. So I'll present today's episode and hope you can travel along with us as Ralph and I experienced firsthand the wonder of the Rambler Ranch.
Hello, food friends.
Well, hello, Terry. Terry from the Rambler Ranch. Look who's here, Ralph.
I see.
Well,
Welcome.
well, thank you for having us.
My pleasure.
Wow. First of all, what is this building?
We call this the diner.
The diner. Well, it certainly looks like one. And Ralph, holy smoke, just get a load of all the things that Terry has assembled. This is just one of many buildings here at the Rambler Ranch. Terry looks like he's got a little Fiesta ware collection going.
We're having a fiesta in that window.
Yeah, I'll say. And then just look at the wonderful, I love the electric fondue pots there, Terry. And the great colors. And so I have said this many times on this channel, that the best part of being a collector is the people that you meet and the friends that you make through collecting.
So true.
And we are just so over the moon to be here finally at the Rambler Ranch, and Terry invited us, and I am overwhelmed, and believe me, I mean, I've been collecting a long time, but this is really something.
He's not easily overwhelmed, folks, so
No,
you know this
and
is
this
special.
is like, wow.
Hey, what
And
is this thing over here that looks like a toaster?
that is a baconer, right? Is that right, Terry?
Yeah.
Yes.
Makes bacon.
Makes
Oh,
bacon, yes. Never used. It's a Westinghouse. Cake carriers. Look at all this pink stuff.
Oh, Barbie would be jealous.
Wouldn't she? Bread box, and of course Pyrex galore around here. I love the ashtrays, and over here there's some canister sets, and
You know how you love to do window displays? Look at all the window
I know.
displays he gets to do, and he has an attention to detail just like you.
it's just incredible. I mean, so Terry, I mean, this whole place is really almost a lifelong collection, isn't it?
31 years. this
31
year.
years. Wow, it's amazing. And this R
For Ralph?
For Ralph, yes, but also reminds us that we're at the Rambler Ranch.
Oh, okay.
And,
What happens when you turn this corner?
well, look at this dream kitchen, Ralph. Wow. So, Terry, I notice, of course, that both the range and the refrigerator, get a shot of this, Ralph, is a Kelvinator. And you're going to see a lot of Kelvinator appliances here at the Rambler Ranch. And why is that, Terry?
Charlie Nash bought Kelvinator in 1937 to get George Mason to come and work for him. And the deal he made to get George, he had to buy Kelvinator.
So Nash Motors and then later American Motors
yes.
and Kelvinator were the same part of the same company. But first of all, it's pink, so let's just start with that. And just look, I mean, just a beautiful shape. Do you know what? I'm trying to think. This is early 60s, I'm guessing, but I don't know the year offhand. I know my stove is better than my refrigerators, but it is just great. I was totally unaware that Kelvinator made microwave ovens. I've never seen one before. See that?
Yeah.
And you had mentioned earlier that Kelvinator started fairly early on with microwaves.
Yeah, 1956.
Wow.
Yeah,
There's one at the Harold War Pioneer Village.
you can tell by the button display too that it's a little on the older side. Yeah.
Yes.
I believe it's 80s.
Yeah.
80s.
Yeah,
Okay.
it kind of looks like
Which
it.
nowadays is old.
So here is, pan up a little bit, Ralph, because I mean there's so much. This is just a
Everywhere.
feast for the eyes. So Terry has a collection of blenders up there, and there's a butter churner, and he has a lot of these porcelain dishes and pitchers that, if you see, Ralph, in the center, there's a Kelvinator badge there. And Terry, these were from the 20s and 30s, and these were refrigerator accessories. Is
Yes.
that right?
Yep.
And these are rolling pins with the Kelvinator insignia.
Which I have not seen.
Wow.
And I wonder if do they take water inside or something?
Yes.
Yeah, to keep them cold.
Yeah.
For rolling out pastry dough, which makes sense.
They have a cork on the end.
Terry has enlightened me through his collection and knowledge of just the expanse of products that Kelvinator made. Like I said, microwave. I know they made major appliances, and I think a lot of us are aware, but things like the microwave. But Ralph, I want to draw your attention to these beautiful metal cabinets, and here you will see a Kelvinator badge. So where did you find these? I mean, they're just fantastic.
These cabinets were on Craigslist, and they were in Connecticut.
Connecticut.
And it took me 2 years negotiating with this guy to get them, and I finally got them. And he said, I have to go get them off the walls of the house. And a good friend of mine here, Bob, his brother, 20 minutes from this guy, and he's an electrician. So Bob, Kevin, he went over and took these down and packed them in a U-Haul, and I had a friend fly back and drove it home.
Now, did you have to restore them, or were they in that good a shape
This
when you?
is how they were.
Wow.
Wow. That's amazing in and of itself.
They each have a switch to turn that light on and off.
Yeah, there's a fluorescent light. They have outlets. They're just beautiful. And this was, at the time, this was so modern to have these metal cabinets, because before then, most of the cabinets in kitchens were, of course, painted wood, and this was just so streamlined and modern.
And I know our food friends can relate to the, like the blenders and stuff, because everyone had probably some version of one of these blenders. But food friends, have you ever seen such a pink kitchen
The pink
set?
sink. Yeah.
Pink sink. And then what's this Dishmaster?
Dishmaster.
Dishmaster.
You
Terry
put your
will explain.
soap in this little box here,
Okay.
and then when you turn the water on, you pull this button up and push this to draw the soap to scrub your dishes.
Wow.
So this really, not everybody had a automatic electric dishwasher. So this was sort of another option to have to sort of help with doing dishes, because you know what? We didn't always eat off of paper plates and styrofoam, and you ate
Red
three
Solo
meals.
cups.
3 meals a day off of dishes, china, and it all had to be washed. That's the lady across the street. She just got a brand new
Little 62 American.
62 American convertible. Isn't she smart?
That's a cool window.
Yeah. And it just, there's so much here. Even like, look at the little Tappan Chef twins here, salt and pepper. Of course, these were something that people would get often as a premium when they bought a Tappan stove. But let's talk about stoves, and let's talk about this beautiful Kelvinator pink 40-inch range. Where did you find this?
This was also on Craigslist, and this man had it in a storage unit. His wife made him get rid of it, and so he rented a storage unit to put in until he could sell it.
Wow.
It's a 1955.
And it is beautiful.
In all functions.
It is absolutely beautiful. And I just love the design of it, and the big chrome handles and the switches back here. And correct me if I'm wrong, Terry, these light up when you turn the oven on, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep, from blue to red.
So these color coded, and of course we've seen stoves like that at the Cavalcade. That was really a trend. It's got the back here, you can see it's got the deep well cooker. Also a very popular item. But what I also love about this part of Terry's collection with his appliances is he has SOMRA, that is the paper documentation, the owner's manuals, the
Things from the time.
Yeah, the advertising, things that really were part of the whole marketing effort for these appliances. And here, in this advertisement from this magazine, you can see the whole rainbow of colors that were available. And you know, Terry's a car guy, and so often when we talk about appliances, we see the overlaps between the auto industry and major appliances.
You mean in terms of design or?
Manufacturing processes and things like that. And
because Kelvinator and AMC or Nash were connected, but so were Frigidaire and GMC or General Motors.
Yes, but there were other connections as well, like Ford bought Philco a little bit later, I think in maybe the 50s or 60s, and Borg Warner had Norge. So there was the automotive.
International Harvester, Crosley.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, International Harvester and Crosley. Just look on this counter, and again, I'm just taken by these cabinets. So were these all part of what was in Connecticut?
Yeah, all these cabinets came out of one
Wow,
kitchen.
that was actually a pretty big kitchen.
Yeah.
That
I think it was configured a little differently.
differently, probably more of a square than sort of a galley kitchen like this. Come up here, Ralph, and let's look at these. Again, I love these cake carriers, Terry. I think they're so cool. And then he's got these fun mod ice buckets here. And again, we've got a Sunbeam, a pink Sunbeam electric skillet. Look how fun look at that neon toaster.
Wow.
That is, I just love it. That's a work of art. We've got a pink Sunbeam Mixmaster, and then there's just Pyrex galore in here.
And it looks like Terry was enjoying a strawberry milkshake when we...
I was, yes.
In the diner. I mean, where else would you rather get one?
Oh, perfect. I'm going to get a good shot of this pink mixer. Look at that.
They came in a number of colors, and you don't see the pink ones very often. And it's really a treat. I have a few of them, white ones, but I don't have a pink one. It's really cool. I love to see that. And then look at this chandelier.
Oh, wow.
Okay, we say flower power, baby, right? You know, and a little dinette set here.
And a little hippie girl in trouble in the in the phone booth. She's just having a good old time with her baby and her
I think
cigarette.
She's waiting for the bus over there to get baby back home.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
Wow.
she's quite mod. But Terry, this is just so much fun, and I know that there's more to it. And Ralph, Terry's going to take us to the next section of this building for even more appliance fun.
All right.
This is the appliance hall.
Oh my goodness.
Would you look at this? And it's just, it's hard to get the scope. And we'll take kind of a trip around so our food friends can see. But this is the thing that greets you when you walk into this room. Again, it has a Kelvinator badge. This bottom part is a freezer, and for ice cream, I'm assuming, right,
Yes.
Terry? And then the Fannie Mae candy display cabinet on the top. And Terry, this is just an amazing piece. Where did this come from?
Also on Craigslist.
Okay.
In Pennsylvania, and I paid $100 for it.
Wow.
Wow.
It's just mind-blowing, and it's so nostalgic for a lot of us of a certain age who just remember going into pharmacies or drugstores or other stores and seeing stuff like this all the time. And I just love all the things he has in here, ice crusher and the wee bakery oven. This was a little, basically it's just a hot plate that's covered, and you bake bread in it.
So it doubles as a bread box almost.
Well, kind of, but it's really electric, and it's really used for making, for baking.
Baking bread.
And then, Ralph, there's so much here to highlight, but I just, again, a lot of Kelvinator appliances, like this beautiful avocado oven here. And this is in just beautiful shape. And it looks like, is this a self-cleaning oven?
Yes.
Yes, it is. I see the lock on the door. Just beautiful.
Yeah, Terry, the condition that your appliances and everything else, all your collection is in is amazing.
Amazing. Here's something you see very rarely. This is a Kelvinator. And if you look here, Ralph, it says product of American Motors. But this is a Kelvinator gas range. And I have to tell you, I've never seen one. I know that they had them at some point, but I've never actually seen one.
So
other than
you've
the
only
ads.
seen electric?
Only Kelvinator electrics. Beautiful. And I love this. He's got a universal hand mixer back here in the original box with all the attachments. This is really cool,
That's
Terry.
very cool.
And then, of course, this whole wall is refrigerators. There's one of these at the Cavalcade.
Mm-hmm.
This is a 54 Westinghouse, frost-free. Actually, about the first frost-free refrigerator they made in the United States. And then look at this beautiful General Electric. They called this a combination. It was a refrigerator, but most refrigerators up until this time had only a single door, and then the freezer compartment was inside. But this has its own door to the freezer.
Oh.
Terry, this one's really beautiful. And look, Ralph, it's got a foot pedal. When you press it,
to make it go.
it pops the door open. So when your hands are full, isn't that handy? Now there's something that we could use
Yeah,
today,
like why would
right?
they stop doing
Why
that?
would we have that?
That is very,
And they have cars, you wave your foot under it to open the rear hatch.
Yes, exactly.
very
Why not a
innovative.
refrigerator door?
And then look at this big Kelvinator appliances sign
Is this, I mean,
in neon.
this is just beyond the beyond here. The beautiful. Now, Carrie, you said you really did some work on this. Is that right?
Yes, it was sitting outside for years, so it was filthy dirty. A friend and I spent hours and hours with a car polish cleaning it up, and then I had my neon guy replace the neon in it.
Yeah. It is stunning. It is a work of art. Behind you, Ralph, I want to show our friends this range because this is a Kelvinator range,
They were owned by Kelvinator.
but it is a subsidiary brand of Kelvinator, the L, and it is for Leonard. And Terry, do you have any idea about why they had this second brand?
I don't.
Were they in certain markets only, or?
I've never researched that.
Okay, I'm just curious. We'll have to find out, if any of You know what? We have a lot of appliance collectors
Let's-
who watch the channel. How about they help us?
Let's
with that?
play Stump the Collector.
Yeah, there you go. And then, again, here's a great Skell gas gas stove with this is a center griddle right here. Very cool accessory.
What are all those colorful rulers on top?
Well, there's Skell gas Colorama Constellation, which is what this is. And Terry, what can you tell us about this?
When you go to your dealer, you can bring home a ruler with the colors. These are the colors that they're
If
available.
they were all available.
Oh. So you could get a red stove?
Yeah. Wow. Pretty cool, huh?
I've never seen such a thing.
A little stovetop baker.
Mm-hmm.
How cool is that? Here's another beautiful Kelvinator. And then,
That speaks to Kevin's heart, see, because it's got the electric burners.
yes. And then over here, Ralph, these are just these are the cutest little refrigerators. Here's a old Crosley Shelvador and a couple little smaller Kelvinators. We say small, but this is, this was
Back in the day.
back in the day. This was your refrigerator. I mean,
And
this
that was
wasn't
prob-
like a mini refrigerator.
And that was probably considered quite large back then.
There's just so much to look at. Here's an apartment-sized Kelvinator, and what's interesting about this, Terry, is it's got the radiant tube style burners, much like what Frigidaire always had, rather than the thinner burners. That's a cute little range. And here's a coolerator. It's the oven. Again, there's so much to see. Whoop. This is a Westinghouse. It's an all freezer. And these are just various freezer compartments that you could put things in.
You broke it, you bought it,
Yeah.
you wish.
The spring is broken on the door.
Yeah.
I can't find one.
But these were cool, and it was nice that they had the separate compartments. Ralph, here's one. There's a similar one to this at the Cavalcade, although it's branded differently. It's branded as a Lady Gibson, and there we go. It has an eye-level oven and a lower oven, but this one also has a pull-out exhaust fan. How cool is that?
Wow.
This was made by Whirlpool.
Very innovative, yep.
And look at this flare. This is a 30-inch model, which I kind of like the 30s. I think they're very nice looking.
Is that the Bewitched stove?
Yes, this is the stove from Bewitched. And this also has the upper hood, doesn't it?
Yes.
There. You'd open this up and this will draw the air from the cooktop. This is a beaut.
Yeah, that is beautiful.
Look at the inside of this Philco.
Well, look at the outside
I know
first.
it has the laurel
Wow.
here,
Embossed.
but look at the blue, the plastic.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful fridge.
That screams cold.
Yeah,
Because it's
yes.
blue.
Yes, it just looks like it would be cold. And then we've got kind of a row of Kelvinators here. Now, are these all freezers, Terry?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But these handles, look at the design of them.
Mm.
Here it is, Ralph, Kelvinator.
Did you see the Westinghouse?
I did. Didn't we look at that?
I
Yeah.
think so. Oh, that was the one with the blue inside.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, wow. Look how much space there is in there.
And then this was, here's a Kelvinator automatic termination dryer. What's that all about, Terry?
Stop by itself when it's dry.
It automatically terminates. Kelvinator washers and dryers are hard to find, I think.
Extremely hard to find.
Yeah. Here
Look at
is
this red number.
This is a this was called flame or
Burnt orange.
or poppy. And this is a Frigidaire from the mid 1970s. I'm not sure. If there was a plate there, I could see the serial number. Wonderful color. Here's a Kelvinator fridge that's really an antique. This is a beautiful piece here, Terry. We have another Leonard. We have another Kelvinator. Here's a. Of course, she's busy working.
Oh, excuse me, miss.
Miss, I see she's got her hairnet on, so she's ready for the kitchen.
You may have noticed that Mr. Terry has a lot of cool mannequins all around, and that really adds. That's something that the Cavalcade doesn't have, but it's just one more thing that makes this collection so special.
Well, the Cavalcade doesn't have Daniel, who takes care of it, and it gets all these mannequins together.
Daniel is a true artist.
An artist with the right wardrobe and hair and everything. It adds so much to the displays. Ralph, look at this beautiful old refrigerator, and I'm guessing because of the top, would this something that would be built in?
Yes,
Under
that
something?
one came out of a butler's pantry of a big mansion.
Okay, butler's pantry. And Terry showed me this earlier, Ralph. This one has a installation date on it of November 19th, 1934, date installed. So they had it just in time for the holidays. This is really something. It looks like it was sold or serviced by somebody in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
That's where it came from.
Is that where it came from? Yeah. Beautiful, just beautiful.
Speaking of holidays, make every wash day a holiday.
Look at that, Kelvinator automatic washer. And look how happy they are.
That's some brainwashing right there.
Yeah, we love doing the laundry. And here's some more. Terry has all these incredible accessories that would have gone with you would have got or you could purchase with your refrigerator for keeping cool water and leftovers and things of that. Right behind you, Ralph, is another Flare 30-inch. Now this one does not have the upper exhaust fan, but this is a 30-inch version actually of the one that's at the Cavalcade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it looks like a pink
Yeah.
pedestal cabinet. This is Kelvinator Masterpiece. This was sort of their top of the line, wasn't it?
Yes.
And it had, interestingly, kind of two freezer compartments.
Oh, yeah.
One up here and one below.
You could get an ice maker to put up here.
Okay. So yes, you would have to open the big freezer. And then there's a good old monitor top, General Electric, and these. I don't even want to know how much these chest freezers weigh. They just look heavy.
They are.
And again, here's a Sears range. Here is another Kelvinator. Here's another small Kelvinator, apartment size, 24-inch model. And then behind you, Ralph, we have, look at this. We got Ringer washers, Kenmore, Philco, of course, Kelvinator, because we have. Look at this beauty. That color is just incredible, that green.
Oh, I thought you meant the mannequin.
Oh, well, the mannequin, she ain't bad either.
She's a beauty.
She's a beauty. But, this one.
Yeah, that color, what would you call that?
I'm trying to remember the Frigidaire. It's escaping me. The Frigidaire had a name for this color of green.
But they probably had their own different names
I'll
for
ask
different colors.
Hans Craig. Hans, let us tell us what Frigidaire called their green in these years. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Again, a Kelvinator. And I love all the other little things that Terry has out on top of the stove.
Yeah, the details.
Here, I mean, this is really a cavalcade of color. You've got this green, you've got this beautiful robin's egg blue, and then you've got this 40-inch Frigidaire Imperial here in, I'm not sure if it was petal pink or what they called this, but terrific. And then he's got some rotary ironers here, or mangles as they were often called. And it's just like all the stuff, the clock from the Kelvinator dealer. Ralph, here's a Kelvinator drinking fountain. And this, in pink, is a GE wall-mounted refrigerator freezer. These are heavy. You can see they're bolted right up into the beam, the upper rafters of the building. I mean, that's
heavy.
That's heavy. But you know what an idea, though, to have a refrigerator at eye level like this. Just incredible. Terry, I am blown away by this collection. It is incredible. And it's right here, this is just a part of this collection here at the Rambler Ranch in Elizabeth, Colorado, that is really a result of Terry's collecting all these years.
And we appreciate the invitation to be here,
and sharing it.
And this is just the beginning. We're going to have lots more of fun adventures at the Rambler Ranch with Terry and Daniel.
Yes, and so we'll probably, it's so, I can't say, there's so much here, so it'll be in multiple episodes, but this particular building, especially Terry, we just really wanted to give it sort of its own feature because it's just so incredible. And I understand, you've told me, there's more that
Yes.
he has to add on to this building so that he can display more. And Ralph, just coming out, here's another Kelvinator refrigerator. Here is an International Harvester refrigerator, and they made major appliances, not for very long, I think only about 10 years, but also very hard to find. Very hard to find. International Harvester. And is this a freezer or a refrigerator?
Refrigerator.
Yeah. Although I really do like the look. I mean, they had just sort of a very simple shape. And anyways, I think you could probably buy these. Would you buy these at like a international dealer?
Yeah, a tractor, refrigerator, freezer.
There you go. Okay, everything
for the husband.
Everything for the farm. And then finally, we've got a Kelvinator kegerator here. This would have been used at a bar. You can see the tap on the top and the bottom. You put the keg of beer in here. Business. So, thank you, Terry, again, just for sharing this. We really,
My pleasure.
yeah, this is great. More to come.